I was signing the final papers for the resort acquisition when Mom's text arrived. Diana, given recent events, we think it's best if you skip Villa Bella this summer. The family needs time to heal. Recent events. By recent events, they meant me, exposing Uncle Robert's embezzlement from the family foundation. Apparently, pilfering millions from charity was excusable, but revealing it was a betrayal beyond forgiveness. Ms. Reynolds, my lawyer Kate said, looking up from her paperwork, the purchase agreement for Bella Cove Resort is ready for your signature. I grinned, thinking of Bella, the family's luxury villa in the resort's most exclusive section, the one they'd barred me from. In less than 10 minutes, it would officially be mine. How soon will the transfer be finalized? I asked, signing with a flourish. By the end of the day, Kate confirmed. The resort, every private villa, and all restricted access protocols will be under your control. I glanced at Mom's text again. For 20 years, Villa Bella had been the center of the Reynolds universe. Summer vacations, holidays, every milestone. My banishment was supposed to be punishment. Instead, it had become my leverage. Send notices to all villa owners, I instructed Kate. Update access cards and security protocols immediately. That includes my family's, especially theirs. My phone buzzed. Victoria. Mom told you about Villa Bella, right? This is for the best. After what you did to Uncle Robert. What I did? Type. You mean exposing him for stealing from children's charities? Someone had to do it. It was just creative accounting, she replied. Now he might go to jail. I set my phone down and turned back to the papers. Creative accounting, they could steal millions from sick kids, but I was the villain for holding them accountable. Miss Reynolds, my assistant, appeared with a tablet. The resort staff are ready for the ownership announcement. And your family has just arrived for their summer stay. Perfect timing. Update the access cards, I said. Start with Villa Bella. From my office window I pictured them. Mom, Dad, Victoria, Uncle Robert, their designer luggage in tow, only to find their cards useless. The phone rang. Dad, I muttered, letting it go to voicemail. The notifications have been sent, Kate said. They should get them within the hour. I nodded and grabbed my bag. Have my jet ready. I'm heading to Bella Cove. To see your family, she asked. No, I said, smiling. To see my property. Sometimes being banned from a place just means you need to own it. And sometimes family loyalty needs a lesson in consequences. I took the elevator, already picturing their faces when they realized who their new landlord was. Summer vacation was about to get complicated. Oh, Kate, I called back. Make sure Uncle Robert's notice reminds him of the resort's zero tolerance for financial fraud. Time to show them what happens when they pick the wrong side, and who they've underestimated. At Bella Cove, the scene unfolded exactly as I imagined. My family stood in the lobby, luggage everywhere, while staff tried to explain. What do you mean our cards don't work? Dad demanded, red-faced. The perfect storm of disbelief and entitlement. Do you know who we are? Yes, Mr. Reynolds, the manager replied, calm and unflinching. Fully briefed, the staff approached with a single message. The new owner had ordered a complete overhaul of all security systems. No exceptions. New owner. Victoria shrieked. When did Bella Cove get a new owner? Just then, a staff member arrived with notification letters. From the mezzanine above, I watched them tear open the envelopes. Mom read hers first, her face draining of color. This must be a mistake. What? Uncle Robert snatched the letter. Reynolds Global Holdings. That's impossible. It can't be. Looking for someone. Call down, stepping into view. Recognition and horror spread across their faces. Diana, Victoria whispered. You bought the entire resort. I nodded, descending the grand staircase. Every villa, every amenity, every inch of property, including your treasured villa, Bella. Dad stepped forward, trying his usual authoritative tone. Now hold on a moment. No, you listen, I interrupted. This is my resort now, and I've got new rules to enforce. The manager handed out another batch of papers. These are the updated villa agreements, I explained. You'll notice significant changes. Most importantly, there's a strict ethical conduct clause. Anyone caught committing financial fraud, I glanced at Uncle Robert, will be evicted immediately. You can't do this, Mom protested. Villa Bella has been in our family for 20 years. And now it's in my branch of the family, I said, smiling. The one you punished for having actual morals. My phone buzzed. Probably Victoria's husband, a secret accomplice in Uncle Robert's charity scheme. They didn't yet know I had proof. Your access cards will work again once you sign the new agreements, I continued. Provided you pass the background checks. Background checks. Uncle Robert turned pale. Standard for villa owners, I said sweetly. We wouldn't want criminals in our exclusive resort, would we? Victoria stepped forward, trying a softer approach. Diana, darling, can't we just talk this through as a family? Talk. Like you talked about banning me. I raised an eyebrow. Or like you talked about covering up Uncle Robert's theft. The manager appeared with more documents. Ms. Reynolds, the villa reassignment papers are ready. Reassignment. Dad's voice cracked. What reassignment? Oh, I must have forgotten to mention, I said, smiling. Bella Cove is being transformed into a retreat for children from the charities Uncle Robert defrauded. They'll enjoy luxury vacations while receiving proper medical care. The lobby fell silent. Even Victoria couldn't argue without looking terrible. Your belongings will be moved to standard suites, I continued. Assuming you still want to stay, though the rates have increased substantially. I handed them a new pricing sheet. Mom gasped audibly. This is highway robbery. Dad barked. No, Dad. Highway robbery is stealing from sick kids. This is just business. My phone buzzed again, with news that made the situation even sweeter. Oh, and Uncle Robert, I said, turning to him. FBI agents are waiting outside. Something about charity fraud. He stumbled back, searching for an escape. Don't bother, I said calmly. I own the entire resort, including the grounds outside. Sometimes karma needs a luxury property to deliver its lesson. And sometimes family loyalty belongs with victims, not perpetrators. I started to leave, then paused. Welcome to the new Bella Cove Resort. Enjoy your stay while it lasts. Their expressions were priceless. Almost as priceless as the resort I'd purchased just to teach them a lesson. Almost. 1 month later, I sat in my office overlooking Bella Cove's pristine beaches, reviewing the changes we'd implemented. Uncle Robert was under house arrest, awaiting trial, and the resort ran smoothly under my watchful eye. Laughter echoed across the grounds as the first group of children from the affected charities arrived at Villa Bella. Bright voices carried through the morning air, a sound that made the whole place feel alive. Miss Reynolds slipped into my office with the morning brief. Victoria wants another meeting, and your parents have filed their 6th appeal about the villa reassignment. How are they settling into their standard suite? I already knew the answer. They're complaining about the size, the view, and that they can see the children playing at Villa Bella from their balcony. She smiled. They're not happy. Good, I said. Tell them suite payments are due weekly, not monthly like their old villa arrangement. My phone buzzed. A text from Victoria. This is cruel, Diana. Mom cried when she saw those kids in her garden. I typed back, her garden. You mean the one she barred me from? The one paid for with money stolen from sick kids. Those children belong there far more than she ever did. The resort manager stopped by with more news. Our charity fundraiser gala is set for next weekend. Several major donors are attending specifically because of the new children's program. Excellent, I said, pulling up the guest list. Make sure my family gets invitations. Front row. Let them watch their villa do some real good. They may not be able to afford it, he warned. The new suite rates have stretched their finances. Funny how karma charged rent. The phone rang. This time it was Dad, calling with less bravado than usual. Picked up. "We should talk about this," he started. "Which part, Dad?" asked. "The part where you punished me for exposing fraud. Or where I turned your vacation playground into a children's center. We can negotiate," he offered. "Uncle Robert will make restitution, now that he's been caught." Cut him off. "You'll have to live with the consequences. How does it feel to be excluded for once?" After I hung up, I walked down to Villa Bella. The transformation took my breath away. Gone were pretentious sculptures and designer chaise lounges. In their place, bright murals, cozy seating, and colorful play structures. The garden Mom prized was now a playground full of swings and laughter. Small voice called my name. Sarah, a little girl undergoing cancer treatment, looked up shyly. "Thank you for letting us stay," she said. I crouched to meet her. "This is your home while you need it, Sarah." On the balcony of their suite, my family watched. Victoria filmed everything with her phone, probably preparing another appeal that wouldn't change the facts. "Send them the weekly invoice," I told Miss Reynolds. "And add a note. All suite payments will go directly to the children's medical fund." "My mother's been trying to use the spa," Miss Reynolds added. "Her membership has been reassigned to the children's caregivers." "Good," I said. "They deserve the rest." From my office, I watched decades of privilege repurposed into something that mattered. The private beach now held therapy sessions. The members-only restaurants served meals to medical teams and families. My phone buzzed again, an alert from the FBI. They'd uncovered more evidence in Uncle Robert's files. Victoria's husband was now under investigation too. "Evict Victoria's suite," I told Miss Reynolds. "Cite the ethical conduct clause. Have security bring her husband's arrest warrant when they deliver the notice. Sometimes revenge isn't about taking something away. It's about turning it into everything they fought to keep." I walked back past the new sign by the entrance. Bella Cove Children's Hope Center. Where luxury meets love.